What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, Chazz Ellis, once again answering the questions that you asked me and giving you some information that you didn't even ask me for. Okay, the other day on AskChazzEllis on Facebook, which by the way, if you have not liked AskChazzEllis on Facebook, please do so. And if you have private messages, send them to AskChazzEllis on Facebook. By the way, support a brother's Kickstarter campaign. It's the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. Only got a few more days left, so everybody gonna have to kick in, get it ramped up. Go to Kickstarter.com. Please support the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. Anyway, oh yeah, and at the end of this, like and subscribe. If you got people that got problems, share this video. Do it. Okay, so I asked a question on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. I said, is a stripper wife material for a good guy? The reason why I asked for a good dude is because that's what most people want to attract. So I'm saying, is a stripper wife material for a good dude? Most people actually said yes. That may shock some, that may not shock others. Some people actually said, a lot of people said yes, that a stripper was a good, was wife material for a good dude. The real answer to that question is no. I don't normally answer the questions that I ask, but the real answer to that question is no. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I made this video because I wanted to let women understand something. Beware of men with no standards. One time Steve Harvey wrote in his book, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the first one. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. There goes an endorsement for the dude, I guess. I'm just giving you some that this was in the book. I don't think he went far enough with it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, what Steve Harvey said was, men respect standards, get some. Now, I felt like he should have also said, get some standards for yourself. But he was telling women that they have to have standards for a man for him to respect them. Well, men have to have standards for you to be respectable dudes. You get a guy who's willing to be with you no matter what your situation is, he's usually not going to be the type of person that you're going to want to be with. So what I had to say about that was, a lot of women want a man to accept everything. They're like, well, my past shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter that I got the train ran on me by 10 dudes back in the 11th grade. It shouldn't matter that I'm stripping and shaking my booty on dudes all night long. It shouldn't matter. I'm a good person. I'm a good person on the inside. That's all that matters. And they want to find a good guy that's accepting of everything. You're stripping. You're having sex with a whole bunch of people. You're doing this. You're doing that. I know a lot of women who tell me, how do I go about finding a good Christian man? I'm like, well, if you want to find somebody who is a good Christian dude, then that means you probably want to go to church. That means that you probably don't want to be in the club all the time. You want to be the type of person that attracts that type of person. Otherwise, you attract somebody who is just claiming to be a Christian. And they're just like you. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But maybe they're just doing it in a different way. Where maybe you just go out to the club and drink and have a good time. They beat their wives and cheat all the time. So that's who you end up with. They just sinning in a different way than you are. So, anyway. What you have to understand when dealing with a person and their standards is that people seek out aspects of themselves in others. We're all like that. Every single one of us. We seek out things that we find inside of us in other people. That's how we pick our friends. People say that you're a combination of people who are close to you. And normally when you meet a person's friends, they do represent them. You got the friend that's this type of way that represents that aspect of them. You got a friend that's this way that represents that aspect. Usually what happens is you take all of their friends, you put them together. They normally are pretty much who that person is. So when you're dealing with a person who says, look, you're out here stripping and shaking your booty on people, I'm cool with that, I'm willing to be with you, well, then you have to start asking yourself a question. What is it about you that makes that cool? What is it about you that makes you want a girl who make her booty clap for a living? And you know, hey, I have nothing against people who make their booty clap for a living. That is a talent. Everybody can't make their booty clap. But you have to ask yourself the question, what's making this dude okay with the fact that I'm giving dudes lap dances? Why is he okay with that? Because you have to understand this. We're looking for things that are like us when we meet other people. So you got to ask yourself the question, what's like him that he's seeing that makes that okay? That makes my lifestyle okay? How is he relating to my lifestyle? Because you have to be able to relate. And you know what? Normally we expect more of the people that we're with than even what we expect of ourselves. So if he's expecting that little from you, what is he expecting from himself? And here's the thing you have to understand about people with no standards. A person with no standards either feels that you're A, the best they can get, B, the most that they deserve, or C, actually has no problem with what you're doing and sees nothing wrong with it. Okay, let's go to the best you can get. A person that feels that you're the best that they can get is usually somebody with low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem are hard to be in a relationship with because, as a lot of you probably have noticed, is you get with a dude, you got a lot of messed up stuff going on in your life at that time, and you're kind of out there maybe a little bit, and you get with a dude, he's like, oh, I'm okay with that girl, I don't care, it's good, you know what I mean, I don't judge no woman for her past, I don't judge no woman for what she's doing right now, I know that you're going through a situation and you need to come out of that, I'm willing to help you out of that. This same person gets with you, they never trust you, they're controlling, they think they can tell you what to do, how to live your life, how to be, what type of person you're supposed to be. They think that they can, they really don't feel like you're, they don't ever want you to do anything. They don't ever want you to go anywhere. They're really controlling. The reason why is because a lot of times they think that you're the best that they can get. So yeah, they're not necessarily cool with your life. That's not necessarily what they want, but it's all they think they can get. Then you have the person that feels like you're the best they deserve. Once again, a person with low self-esteem. But you also have to ask the question, why they think you're the best they deserve. Usually it's because they're not going to treat you any better than what they feel you are. They feel like you're the best that they deserve because they know they're not going to treat a girl right. You got a lot of dudes that's like, yeah, I'm cool with dating a stripper, man. I'm trying to date somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I am as a person, I need somebody who can understand me. Translated, I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to be out in the strip club partying all the time, letting girls shake their booty on me. So I need somebody who can understand that. And a lot of times you can't. It's like, whoa, I'm a stripper, but I still want a real relationship. I know that this is what I'm doing with my life, but that doesn't mean that I want to be with some dude that just have absolutely no respect for me. Like, why you think that that's what I want? But you got to understand, that's who you attract because that's how you live in your life. And then you got the person who thinks there's absolutely nothing wrong with your behavior. Once again, this person is the type of person that's thinking to themselves, this is how I get down. I live the hedonistic lifestyle. So therefore, I'm going to be in here pouring champagne on a stripper's booty. So why do I have a problem with what you're doing? I'm cheating on you. And I think you're supposed to accept that because you're a stripper. Or this is your lifestyle that you live. You be out in the club drinking all the time. Like, do you think a dude is going to date a chick that drinks all the time, unless he smokes weed, crack, maybe. You think some dude is completely sober is going to be with an alcoholic? That doesn't even make sense. No. Only way he's going to do that is if he doesn't think he can get any better. Or if he thinks that's the best he deserves. Or if he's smoking crack. That's what you run into. You run into people who are far worse than you, and that's why they're accepting of you. Because their lifestyle is so far out there, they're like, okay, you did this, you did that, so what? So that's something you want to be careful of. You don't want to deal with somebody who thinks there's nothing wrong with your behavior, especially if you want better for yourself. Now, if you like, I'm cool with being a stripper for the rest of my life. I'm cool with being an alcoholic. I'm cool with letting men use me over and over again for sex. If you're cool with that and you don't want your life to get any better, then you should pick somebody who's okay with that. But don't expect to get somebody who's living a pristine lifestyle themselves. A lot of women have this high-minded goals of the guy that they want. He's way up here and their lifestyle is like down here. You know, you have to understand that you cannot expect any more of someone than they expect of you. Because your expectations tell a lot about who you are as a human being, and what your expectations of others tell a lot about what you expect of yourself. If you don't care that your girl is getting trains ran on her, you probably don't care what kind of job you have. You probably don't care if you got 10 baby mamas. Why would you? If you don't care about somebody else's life and the type of person that's going to be in your life, you probably don't care about your own. I go back to this. I said this before in another video, and it's the truth. You have to understand that if a person has no standard for you, if a person is attracted to a lifestyle, being a stripper is not a lifestyle. Being a stripper is a death style. I know a lot of people, oh man, it's all about these girls popping their booty. Okay, you show me a 50-year-old stripper that's making money. I'll wait. You show me a 50-year-old stripper that you would want to go see. I'll wait. There may be one, I can't think of any, but there may be one that you might be like, yeah, I want to go out and see this. So if something has no shelf life, if something has no future in it, then it's a death style, not a lifestyle. Being a drug dealer is a death style, not a lifestyle. Why is it a death style? You show me a 60-year-old retired drug dealer. Not somebody in the penitentiary. That doesn't count. I'm talking about somebody who retired with a good life, money in their pocket, you know, like somebody retired from a real business. You show me somebody like that. You put together 20 drug dealers and show me 5 of them who haven't been to prison, who haven't been shot, stabbed, been forced in a situation where they're snitching on other people. You show me somebody like that who aren't addicted to drugs themselves. So those are death styles. When your life isn't productive, when the things that you're doing are not good things to attract good people, when they're not things that are improving your situation, making you feel good about yourself, making you feel good about your existence, then those are death styles. And death attracts scavengers. Death attracts people who want to feed off rotting flesh. That's what they do. So when you get a lot of these strippers and you notice that they with a dude that's basically their pimp, that's dogging them out, hitting them, taking all their money, treating them like dirt, because that person is attracted to death. That person is attracted to rotting flesh. They see you on a downward spiral. You notice that vultures circle around when they see something's getting ready to die. That's what people do who have no standards. They see that your life is a mess and that you're not trying to put it together. So that's what they do. They go after you. I'm saying that again to you guys because a lot of you guys aren't realizing that there's a direct correlation to the type of person that you are and the type of person that you attract. It's not only an attraction. It's not like some people, I don't see why I keep getting all these bad dudes. Like, I just seem to attract nothing but jerks and losers. It's what you're giving off. There is something inside of you that is a beacon to people who want to use you, to people who want to dog you. Because you're basically saying, look, I have no real standard for my life. I cannot be with somebody who has a standard for the woman that they want to be with. Yes, I want to be with this type of person. I have a standard for the other person that I want to be with, but I have no real standard for my own life, which means that ultimately I'm not going to have a standard for them either. Yes, in my mind I'm saying, I want to be with somebody who does this, and I want to have that, I want them to be this, I want them to be that. But since I have no standard for my own life, I'm not really going to hold anybody to anything. And that's why you keep getting crapped on. If you're working as a stripper currently and you're wondering why you can't find a good man, how can you? What kind of good man is going to sit here and say, I want to be with a chick that makes her booty clap for a living? Yes, making your booty clap is nice. We like to watch it. It's cool. But who's really saying that I'm okay with the fact that other dudes are watching you do that? And I have standards for myself. No, they're going to want somebody who's going to be their best foot forward. That's what I was talking about when I was saying 5 things that successful men want in a woman. They want a person that's going to put them, that's going to be their best foot forward. It's going to make them look good and feel good about being with her. If you're with a dude that doesn't care what you do, he probably doesn't care about himself either. So that's something you want to look into. You want to make sure that you're looking at his standards for you and that those standards are high. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Hopefully I was able to help you out. If you have any other questions or anything you want to ask me, hit me on AskChazzEllis on Facebook.com. Some of y'all still don't do it. And you're like, Chazz, I hit you with a message and you never responded. I don't understand. And that was like months ago. I've been telling you for months to hit me on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. Come on now. Also, support my Kickstarter. It's on Kickstarter.com. It's the Chazz Ellis Project. Click to it. Don't just say you're going to do it and not do it. Throw some money on there. You know, they don't take EBT or nothing like that. I tried. But go ahead and put a couple dollars on there. You know, do what you can do. I really would appreciate it. It's the Chazz Ellis Project on Kickstarter.com. Also, like and subscribe. Share these videos with your friends. Peace.